Predictable Revenue by Aaron Ross and Marylou Tyler shares successful sales strategies used by Salesforce.com. The authors explain how to build a reliable sales process that helps businesses grow steadily, rather than relying on unpredictable profits. This book teaches you how to create predictable revenue for your business. You'll learn how to consistently increase sales, allowing you to plan for the future with confidence. This book is ideal for business owners, sales managers, and anyone looking to improve their sales strategy. If you want to learn how to generate consistent revenue, this book is for you. Chapter 1. The Need for a New Approach to Sales. In today's fast-paced business world, the old ways of doing sales just don't cut it anymore. You might think that simply hiring more salespeople is the answer to boosting your revenue, but that's an outdated approach that won't guarantee success. What you really need is quality, not quantity. The key to predictable revenue lies in having a sales team that consistently generates new leads and customers. Think about it. How can you plan for your business's future if you don't know how much money you'll be bringing in? It's like trying to navigate a ship without a compass. You might have a great month followed by a terrible one, leaving you constantly guessing and unable to make solid plans. That's where predictable revenue comes in. It's about creating a constant, reliable stream of income that you can count on. The sales landscape has changed dramatically, especially with the advent of the internet. Gone are the days when salespeople could rely on pushy, manipulative tactics to close deals. You know the type, those annoying folks who keep poking you, asking, "Going to buy yet? Going to buy yet?" until you give in just to get them off your back. That approach is as outdated as a flip phone. Nowadays, sales are more about attraction than promotion. Customers are savvier than ever before. They can easily look up your company online, read reviews, and learn about your product's quality before you even get a chance to talk to them. Any shady behavior on your part can come back to haunt you in the form of negative online reviews that are both public and permanent. So, if salespeople can't be pushy anymore, how can they secure customers? The answer is simple: by being respectful and offering something that genuinely represents real value. It's about creating a relationship with your prospects, understanding their needs, and showing them how your product or service can genuinely improve their lives or businesses. Instead of obsessing over closing deals, modern sales teams need to focus on generating quality leads and nurturing relationships. It's not just about making the sale, it's about creating happy, loyal customers who will stick with you for the long haul and even recommend you to others. To achieve this, you need to rethink your entire sales structure. Rather than simply hiring more salespeople, work with what you have and ensure tasks are being completed to the highest caliber. One effective way to do this is by splitting tasks within the sales department. It's just as important to have a good lead generation team as it is to have a team that can work with those new leads and take care of existing customers. Chapter 2. Understanding the 3 types of leads. Now that we've established the importance of lead generation, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of what a lead actually is. Simply put, a lead is a sales prospect who has shown clear interest in what you have to offer. Maybe they attended one of your seminars, downloaded a white paper from your website, or interacted with your company in some other way. The key is that they've left you some personal contact data. That's what makes them a lead. But not all leads are created equal. In fact, there are 3 distinct categories of leads, each with its own characteristics and potential for conversion. Understanding these differences is crucial for developing an effective sales strategy. First up, we have seeds. Just like the seeds of a plant, these leads stem from the hard work that goes into building up your brand image, winning new followers, and spreading the word about your company. Seeds often find you through internet searches, PR efforts, social media, and content marketing. While it may take some time for these seeds to grow, they're often the most likely to blossom into loyal customers if you nurture them properly. Next, we have nets. These leads are won through classic marketing programs designed to reach a large audience. Think email marketing campaigns, television advertising, and certain forms of internet marketing like ad placement on external websites. Imagine casting a wide net into the ocean. You might catch a lot of fish, but not all of them will be keepers. One big TV ad could potentially get you thousands of nets in just 30 seconds, but they might not convert into customers as often as seeds do. Finally, we have spears. Attracting these leads involves targeted outbound efforts. It's like going spearfishing. You're aiming for specific targets rather than casting a wide net. This approach involves building a target profile of the kinds of people or firms you're after, then pursuing them one by one. You'll need to hire people specifically to chase after these spears, but the targeted nature of this approach can lead to high-quality leads. Understanding these three types of leads is crucial because it allows you to tailor your approach and allocate your resources effectively. Seeds might require more patience but can yield loyal customers. Nets can bring in a high volume of leads quickly, but you'll need to sift through them carefully. Spears require more upfront effort but can result in high-value leads if done correctly. Chapter 3. Generating steady inbound leads. Now that we've got a handle on the different types of leads, let's focus on one of the most valuable categories, inbound leads. These are the prospects that approach you before you approach them. They might follow your site, sign up for your newsletter, or reach out to you directly. Inbound leads, which include our seeds from earlier, often make excellent prospects because they've already shown interest in what you offer. So, how can you attract more of these valuable inbound leads? One of the most effective methods is through referrals. Think about it, when a happy customer recommends your products or services to someone else, they're essentially transferring the trust they have in you to that person. This makes the referred person much more likely to convert into a customer. If you're in the B2B, business-to-business, world, you can influence this stream by giving referrals yourself. People are naturally inclined to return favors, so if you refer business to others, they're more likely to do the same for you. Just make sure that people who come to you through referrals can easily get in touch with you. You don't want to lose these valuable leads simply because they couldn't figure out how to contact you. Another powerful approach to generating inbound leads is through free trials. 10 years ago, many software companies were hesitant to offer free trials, fearing that competitors would copy their ideas. But nowadays, it's an incredibly popular and effective technique to gain new customers and sell products. For service and software companies especially, this is an ideal lead generation method. But what if you're not a software company? Don't worry, there are still ways to offer free trials of your products or services. These could be free consultations, online training videos, or sample products. The key is to give potential customers a taste of what you offer, allowing them to experience the value for themselves before making a commitment. Of course, there are many more marketing methods that can generate inbound leads. Search engine optimization, SEO, email newsletters, affiliate marketing, and social media are all highly effective tools. The key is to choose a handful of methods that align with your business and your target audience, and focus on using them as effectively as possible. Once you're confident with those techniques, you can expand your approach toward a broader base of inbound lead generation. Remember, the goal here is to make it as easy as possible for potential customers to find you and get interested in what you offer. By focusing on referrals and free trials, and supplementing these with other inbound marketing techniques, you can create a steady stream of high-quality leads that are already primed to hear more about your products or services. Chapter 4. Leveraging conferences for lead generation. Now, let's talk about a lead generation method that often gets a bad rap: conferences and trade shows. Many people in sales dismiss these events as ineffective, assuming that attendees are overwhelmed with options and free giveaways. But don't be too quick to write them off. With the right approach, conferences can be a goldmine for valuable leads. The key to success at conferences lies in thorough preparation and a strategic approach. First things first, you need an event sales team that takes responsibility for the entire process, from preparation to execution, to evaluation and follow-through. Preparation is crucial. Before the event, your team should create a list of companies that will be attending. From this list, select the companies that match your target group and do your research. Find out who the decision makers are at these companies. These are the people you want to connect with at the fair. To make these interactions more effective, create cheat sheets with key points about your target companies and decision makers. This will make it much easier for your team to start meaningful conversations and make a strong impression. During the event, make sure your sales team uses these cheat sheets to proactively approach target prospects. Remember, your time at the conference is limited, so it's okay to omit companies that don't fit your target profile from your leads list. Otherwise, your salespeople will just be wasting time making follow-up calls that are unlikely to convert. After the event, a thorough evaluation is crucial. This will help you gauge the success of your efforts and improve your strategy for future events. You could measure the number of leads generated within the following 2 to 4 weeks, or examine the actual sales results over the next 2 to 6 months. Here's a pro tip: don't just focus on collecting business cards or contact information. Anyone can do that. Instead, aim to have meaningful conversations with your target prospects. Use the information from your cheat sheets to ask insightful questions about their business challenges and how your product or service could potentially help. This approach will make you stand out from the crowd and increase the likelihood of turning these conference contacts into genuine leads. Remember, the goal isn't to close deals on the spot, although that can happen. Instead, focus on building relationships and setting the stage for future conversations. A successful conference strategy should result in a list of qualified leads that your sales team can follow up with after the event. By approaching conferences with this level of preparation and strategy, you can turn what many consider a hit-or-miss affair into a reliable source of high-quality leads. It's all about being proactive, targeted, and focused on building relationships rather than just collecting contact information. Chapter 5. Building a strong sales organization through specialization. Now that we've covered various methods of lead generation, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture: how to build a strong, modern sales organization. The key here is specialization, splitting responsibilities and tasks into different sales roles. Think of your sales team like a well-oiled machine. Each part has a specific function, and when all parts work together smoothly, the machine operates at peak efficiency. Without specialization, you risk inefficiencies. There are several different tasks involved in sales, so why force your team members to take on all of them? You'll boost productivity if you divide your sales team into 4 core functions. The first of these core functions is inbound lead qualification. This group consists of market response representatives who take care of the marketing leads coming through your website or hotline. These leads usually arise from marketing programs, search engine marketing, or referrals. Their job is to sort through these leads, qualify them, and pass the most promising ones on to the next stage. The second core function is outbound prospecting. In this section, new business representatives develop sales opportunities from lists of target accounts that are cold or inactive. This team is most effective when it implements cold calling 2.0, a method we'll dive into in the next section. They don't close deals but qualify and create sales opportunities to pass on to account executives. The third core function is closing deals, which is what we most commonly associate with sales. This is where your account executives come in. They take the qualified leads from the first 2 teams and work on turning them into actual customers. The fourth and final function is account management, where current customers are cared for with offers for new deals and products, encouraging them to keep buying from you. This team is crucial for maintaining customer relationships and driving repeat business. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great for big companies, but what about small businesses? Well, even endeavors with very few people can, and should, specialize their sales team. For example, the first person you hire should be someone who can close deals. The second person should be a salesperson who is dedicated to generating leads for the first. As your company grows, you can gradually expand these roles into full teams. The key is to always maintain a balance between lead generation, closing deals, and customer management. This approach ensures that you're not just focused on making sales, but on building a sustainable pipeline of leads and maintaining strong relationships with existing customers. By implementing this specialized approach, you create a more efficient and effective sales process. Each team member can focus on what they do best, whether that's identifying potential leads, nurturing relationships, closing deals, or keeping existing customers happy. This specialization allows for the development of deep expertise in each area, leading to better results across the board. Remember, the goal here is not just to make sales, but to create a predictable, sustainable revenue stream. By having specialized teams working in harmony, you're setting up your sales organization for long-term success. Chapter 6. Implementing Cold Calling 2.0. Now, let's dive into a method that's crucial for sales development representatives: Cold Calling 2.0. Don't let the name fool you, this isn't your grandfather's cold calling technique. Think of it as a modern, more sophisticated approach to prospecting for new customers. Cold Calling 2.0 begins with the creation of an ideal customer profile. This step is crucial because contacting the wrong people is just a waste of time and resources. Your ideal customer is the one who has a higher chance of buying your product and bringing you substantial revenue. Ask yourself, which industries need your products? Who is already using similar products, or looking to invest in new products like yours? Once you have a clear picture of your ideal customer, the next step is to build a database with these kinds of prospects. Sometimes your company might already have an established list, or you might be able to buy one. Check these options before building your list from scratch, as it can save you a lot of time and effort. Now, here's where cold calling 2.0 really differs from traditional cold calling. You don't start with phone calls. Instead, you begin with emails. The best way to use email is by sending mass messages to the prospects in your database, ensuring they look like personalized emails from one salesperson. This approach allows you to reach a large number of prospects efficiently while maintaining a personal touch. A word of caution: don't overdo it. Sending too many emails every day can be counterproductive. Instead, send fewer emails on a regular basis. A good rule of thumb is to aim for generating 5 to 10 responses per day. Any more than that, and it might become difficult to handle them effectively. Phone calls come into play as a follow-up tool. Once a prospect has responded to your email, that's when you pick up the phone. This approach is much more effective than traditional cold calling because you're reaching out to someone who has already shown some interest in what you have to offer. As you acquire leads through this process, you'll need to pass them on to your account executives. It's vital to recognize that the passing over of leads is just as important as their generation. You'll need a system to ensure that this process works smoothly between departments without losing any leads. This could be a CRM system or a well-defined handoff process. It's also crucial to ensure that the relationship between the prospecting team and the account executives is fair and respectful. The prospecting team should be recognized for their crucial role in the sales process, and there should be clear communication about what constitutes a qualified lead. Cold calling 2.0 is all about working smarter, not harder. By focusing on creating an ideal customer profile, using email as your first point of contact, and following up strategically with phone calls, you can create a more efficient and effective prospecting process. This approach allows you to reach more potential customers while also increasing the likelihood that the leads you generate will convert into actual sales. Chapter 7. Strengthening your sales approach with best practices. We've covered a lot of ground in our journey through modern sales techniques, from understanding different types of leads to implementing specialized sales teams and adopting cold calling 2.0. Now, let's tie it all together with some best practices that will provide a solid foundation for your sales approach. First and foremost, it's crucial to shift your team's mindset away from an obsession with closing deals. Many sales teams place the most importance on closing, but this can actually be counterproductive. When salespeople feel pressured to close deals at all costs, their performance often suffers. They may fail to develop positive relationships with prospects, focusing only on the end goal rather than the customer's needs. Instead, encourage your team to think beyond closing. How? By building a simple success plan for your clients. This plan should paint a picture of the gains the client can achieve with the help of your company. Try writing down exactly how your products or services will make your client's life or business better once they use them. Communicate this vision to your clients. They're more likely to become loyal customers if they know you genuinely care about their success. This approach shifts the focus from making a quick sale to building a lasting, mutually beneficial relationship. Another best practice to consider is the 3-hour and 15-minute sales process. It's a simple, 3-step approach that goes like this. Step 1. In the first 15 minutes, a salesperson should make light conversation with the prospect to find out if it will pay off to talk further. This becomes clear if you talk about their expectations right away. Step 2. The next stage is the first hour, a qualification/discovery call. In this conversation, you talk to those responsible for new deals. Both sides need to find out if there's a good fit. If so, you both plan a group working session that brings in all key people and decision makers. Step 3. The group working session covers the final 2 hours, and that's where you develop a collaborative vision together. At this stage, you should describe clearly how your products will help the clients to become successful. This structured approach ensures that you're not wasting time on prospects that aren't a good fit, while also allowing ample time to build relationships and demonstrate value to those who are potential customers. Another crucial best practice is to maintain positive energy within your sales team. This might seem like a soft skill, but it's incredibly important for maintaining productivity and preventing burnout. Allow your team members short breaks every 90 minutes, and ensure they take a full lunch break with coworkers. Increasing your employees' workload may yield results in the short term, but it will only destroy their enthusiasm in the long term. To avoid burnout or high turnover, make their positive energy your priority. It's also important to continually educate and train your sales team. The sales landscape is constantly evolving, and your team needs to stay up to date with the latest techniques and technologies. Regular training sessions, workshops, and even bringing in outside experts can help keep your team sharp and effective. Don't forget the power of data in your sales approach. Use analytics to track your team's performance, identify areas for improvement, and spot trends in your sales cycle. This data-driven approach can help you refine your strategies and make more informed decisions about where to focus your efforts. Lastly, remember that the best sales organizations are those that prioritize customer success over short-term gains. Encourage your team to think of themselves as problem solvers and consultants rather than just salespeople. When your customers succeed because of your products or services, they're more likely to become long-term, loyal clients who will refer others to your business. By implementing these best practices alongside the specialized teams, lead generation techniques, and modern prospecting methods we've discussed, you'll be well on your way to creating a sales organization that can generate predictable, sustainable revenue. In conclusion, the key to success in modern sales lies in adapting to the changing landscape. It's about moving away from pushy, manipulative tactics and towards building genuine relationships with prospects and customers. It's about understanding the different types of leads and how to generate them effectively. It's about specializing your sales team so that each part of the process gets the attention it deserves. And it's about implementing best practices that prioritize long-term success over short-term gains. Remember, predictable revenue isn't just about increasing sales, it's about creating a system that consistently generates leads, converts them into customers, and keeps those customers happy and loyal. By following the strategies outlined in Predictable Revenue, you can transform your business into a sales machine that generates reliable, growing revenue year after year. The journey to predictable revenue may not be easy, but with persistence, the right strategies, and a commitment to continuous improvement, it's certainly achievable. So take these lessons to heart, implement them in your own sales organization, and watch as your business grows and thrives in ways you never thought possible. Thanks for listening to Talking Books. If these sparks piqued your interest, we strongly recommend that you read the entire book. The link is in the description below. If you like our work, please like, share and subscribe. It will motivate us to create more such inspiring content. And you will be notified when we upload new content. Till the next video, stay curious and stay happy.